What's up, y'all? We are down here. It's me, Erica. What are we talking about? We're talking about Married to Medicine. And we are talking about Couples Retreat. Those are the two shows that I had to review. I watched Tammy and Waka. It is actually a good show. I don't know if you guys watch it. Any of you guys watch it. I like the content. Not mad at it at all. Like, at all. Let's talk about Married to Medicine. Let me get my notes. Go ahead and like, subscribe, comment. Let them even know you stopped by. Okay. All right. So what are we doing here? We're doing Married to Medicine. Married to Medicine was boring to me. I was bored. I was really bored. I was like, girl, what the fuck? What is this episode? Even all that hollering, like I said yesterday, all that hollering and screaming that Quad and Heavenly was doing. I'm like, and the way that, y'all, how did y'all cut that up? That was a mess. Why were they yelling at each other like that? How did it start? Because there's no way that it could have escalated that fast, that it just escalated. I wonder what they're building right here. Some type of track. They're building like a pathway around the park. I don't know. Okay, well, we'll see. Anyways. All right. So they're sitting all at dinner. Giselle and Robin show up. Before they get there, actually, Heavenly saw something on the menu, and it was called devilish eggs, right? And Anila was like, what did she say? And then Toya was like, girl, hush. And she was like, did you hear what she said? She asked Jackie. She was like, girl, didn't I just tell you to be quiet? And then kind of like Simone kind of looked down at the table, and then, Jackie caught it, and she was like, girl, don't be talking to Anila like she's your little sister. I was like, more like a child, not a little sister. And then Toya goes, if she was my little sister, she would have caught on already. Girl, what? Now, let me let y'all know, I have not watched the recap, Heavenly's recap yet. I do not like to watch anybody's recaps until I've done mine, because I don't want anyone else's opinion to influence mine at all. So I watch them after. So that's why y'all be in the comments like, oh, it was like on that Speak On It with Marlo. I didn't watch it until yesterday. But yeah, I haven't watched Heavenly, and I know that Anila was on there. Y'all was asking me. So I will watch it today after this is, posted, after I'm done with this, so I can watch it. Because like I said, word on the street is her and Toya are no longer friends. And we could see in the next episode that she was kind of going off on Toya for kind of gossiping about her, what it seemed to me. But I didn't like this. I don't like to tell people to shut up. Like, I think it's disrespectful. Like, we be down here talking, I'd be like, shut up. But like, to tell somebody to shut up and like, not shut up, like, girl, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. But to shut up like a command, who the fuck are you talking to? Now that would have been like the way that Heavenly was hollering at Quad, like, you better watch your fucking tone. That would have been like, girl, what's wrong? You better get your tone together talking to me crazy. I didn't like that. I was like, why is she talking to her like that? Okay. I don't know. I don't know why she's talking to her like that. That's weird. And then she was like, don't talk to her like you're your sister. And then Heavenly goes, she's like your little Muppet. And she was like, oh, that's what we do. Anila was like, oh, that's what we're doing. We're calling people Muppets. Okay, so how would you like it if I called you Miss Piggy? And then Heavenly was like, no, I'm sorry. No, I mean it. It was a joke. I'm sorry. And she was like, yeah, don't say that shit again. Like, the way that you came at Heavenly is the way you should have said, immediately check Toya. Like, girl, what the fuck are you doing? Like, don't talk to me like that. So maybe she told her separately. I don't know. But Heavenly was like, praise the Lord. Shut up. You always know she done said some crazy shit, started some mess talking about praise the Lord. So Dr. Damon Daddy, we got that. Somebody said that she's not scared of you. And she was like, I don't see why she would be. Like, why would Carrie be afraid of Heavenly? And okay. Heavenly was like, I don't see why she would be. I was like, okay, girl. And then Toya said that she's a black girl in a white body. No, 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 no. Toya, no. That, no. I don't even know what to say, bitch, but no. That, we don't do that. That's not it. That's not it at all. She ain't black. She will never be black. She's not a black girl in a white woman's body. No, no. Stop. No. I was like, shut the fuck up. See, that's why that's why people don't really fuck with you, Toya, because you be saying dumb stuff and you really be thinking you saying something like, and she's a black girl in a white woman's body. Girl, shut the fuck up. So Giselle and Robin show up. They sit at the table. Contessa tells Giselle that her husband touched her soul today. She was like, girl, I don't give a damn if he touched your soul or not, but that's not my husband. He's my ex. Robin's the one that's engaged. And then Robin goes on to explain her disaster of a relationship. Shout out to Robin Dixon. I am so glad Juan Dixon is not here, okay? Jackie says the second time boundaries need to be set, and it should be different the second time around. It should. Jamal went over to the guy's house. I have no idea why. I don't understand why he was there. Like, what are you doing here? You don't even okay, whatever. I don't know. I don't understand why Jamal went over to the guy's house. I just don't get it. Oh, when he came in, he tells the guys that he's not their pastor. I see you guys got communion started early. Everybody started laughing or whatever. So they are at the table. I'm going back and forth between the scenes because that's how they did it. And that's how I took the notes, child. I wasn't about to separate it. So the midlife crisis comment. Contessa thinks that somebody asked, has your husband, I think it was Lisa Nicole, asked, is their husband going through a midlife crisis? What, your husband's trying to catch young things down at the gym? Lisa Nicole, is that why you asking? He trying to catch some young tenders. He done went out and bought him a convertible. Bitch. Bitch, why did Giselle say, so you and your husband, like, girl, I was so embarrassed for Lisa Nicole because Darren was a fool, okay? Darren was a damn fool. And I don't even like the way Lisa Nicole was like, I mean, there are a lot of husbands who were not perfect in their relationship. Bitch, we talking about you. We know Jamal ain't shit. Juan ain't shit. Curtis ain't shit. Who else? Scott, we don't know. Scott might be ain't shit. It ain't, I mean, the probability is high. Okay. I'm just saying. And Contessa, she feels that he's cheating on her. She's mentioned it too many times and his behavior has changed. So she is going off of how she feels, and she's mentioning it so much that I believe that she believes that Scott is cheating on her, and that's why she keeps mentioning it. Everybody's at the table looking crazy, and then they were like, so you think he's cheating? She was like, I don't know what anybody could do. And I mean, that should be the mindset of most people. I can't say that nobody would never do anything at all, especially when it comes to how easy it is to relate to another person and to meet someone on an energetic level, and you just start talking to that person. We are relational creatures. That's what we do. So you cannot say nobody would never do nothing. Just like Marlo and Shamila. When Shamila told her, my husband would never fuck you. Girl, don't play. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? So I'm with Contessa. I don't know what anybody's doing. Damon was talking about when he saw Heavenly, he didn't know that he knew that their partnership was going to be something powerful. He did not know, like, was she going to be his wife per se, but he said that he just knew. And Cecil was like, you mean like from the first time you saw her? He's like, yeah, I wasn't calling it a wife, but I knew that it was going to be powerful. And when you watch on Heavenly's channel, she has a video about her and Damon. I think it's called Making a Mogul or something like that. When I tell you That's how the fuck you run a partnership. Now, like I said, like Heavenly with her archaic ideologies, even though I don't think that she does it more so to appease rather than she actually applies it, right? And we'll get into that later. Anyways, so she said that Scott has been mean. Toya chimes in and was like talking about Eugene's testosterone, how it was low. I don't think it was the way that Contessa was like coming from the doctor. Probably shouldn't have gone as far as releasing his medical diagnosis. I don't think that that's what she was doing. I don't think that was her intent, but I think what she was trying to do was tell Contessa that maybe your husband is having the same experiences as my husband, and this is what it was. I don't think she was just like, I don't know. Contessa, they should have left that out, because Contessa, it wasn't that. She wasn't releasing medical diagnosis. She was just saying that to you. Eugene is talking to the guy saying that Toya, the things that Toya would do to me, I wouldn't let anyone else do. And they all took it like, it's, and you talking about sexually? Like, that's, they didn't say it, but that's how they started laughing and kikiing and giggling like little girls. And they just started laughing. But I think that Eugene allows Toya to be who she is. And that's probably like, I allowed her to, that's when I knew that we were cool, is I was just allowing things that I wouldn't allow from anyone else. That's how I interpreted it. I didn't think it was sexually or not. It might be, shit. She might be over there swinging from the chandeliers. We don't know. Giselle asked Lisa, was she still married? And Lisa said, well, a lot of husbands weren't perfect in their partnerships. Girl, shut up. We talking about daring. We talking about daring, girl. So Simone and Cecil the next day are talking about Contessa and Scott and how they were wearing the same shirts. And I was like, I was even like talking about him like, nigga, y'all got on the same shirts. Like, what's up? What, y'all going to Disneyland? Like, what's going on? He was like, it would be weird for them to be out in public acting one way and then in private be another way. No, that's not weird. That's how most people do it. That's how they will wear a goddamn matching outfit and be as a united front, but in the house they arguing and fussing and stuff like that. Contessa is talking to Scott and saying that, you know, Lisa was talking about midlife crisis. Do you think you going through a midlife crisis? You know, you be having mood swings and stuff like that. And he was like, you know, he admits that he needs to work on his patience. And Contessa says, I hope that nothing happens. I hope nothing strange happens for us to get on the right track. So she's talking like I feel like she's talking like, nigga, I know what you're doing. You better get your shit together. I already know what the fuck is happening. I already feel it. I'm saying it too many times. And I would hate for something strange to happen for us to get back on course. So get your shit together. That's how I feel like she's talking to Scott. What do y'all think? That's what I think, honey. So they're all sitting at lunch. It was weird. That exchange between Toya and Jackie was so fucking weird. Like, I don't know. It was like she was like, oh, let me see what you got on. Or Jackie liked Toya's shirt or the other way around. And she was like, how do I look? And then, but Jackie said something about Toya's booty being juicy. And then when Toya was like, how do I look? She was like, I'm strictly, you know, and then she was like, strictly what? And she was like, I like, what did she say? I don't like girls or something. She said it was so awkward. It was like, you can't compliment her body and be like, girl, yes, look at your ass, girl. Maybe she didn't want to do that in front of the men. I don't know. I was like, Jackie, you're strange. I want to see next week when they're playing with them vibrators and stuff. I want to see what she's talking about. Anyway, so Toya and Anila are in the car. And Toya is talking to Anila about the money issues, right? And spending money and asking her how much is blogging really bringing in. I felt like Toya was trying to give her, like, from my experience, this is what happened to me. Because when we're looking at her, we're like, Toya, you the wrong person to be giving anybody advice on spending and this and that. But actually, she is kind of the right person because she just went through something based on how she was spending, and we saw what happened. So she's actually the right person to have the conversation with, and to get tips on how to maybe budget where whatever, or even just offer her resources or whatever. She's talking about her nanny and how she may not need her. She was like, no, I do need her. She's asking her how much blogging she's pulling in. She's talking about hair and makeup. Now they bring up again about her paying this guy, and she's like, the reason why they didn't say anything that day is because of me. And it was kind of like she was, I don't know, it wasn't from, it just seemed like she was like not telling her from a place of experience, but almost is like, girl, let me tell you what you need to do, instead of being like, this is what happened to me and this is what I had to do, and maybe you want to look at doing something like that. That's, I mean, she wasn't approaching it. She has, the way that she approaches Anila is almost as if she feels like she's better than Anila or higher than Anila. And I don't know if she's acting like that because Anila is a new cast member and she feels like there's some kind of hierarchy going on, and like to shut up and talking to you about spending money. Like, girl, what are you doing? Like, it's the approach. It's the approach. At Heavenly's house, they were getting everything, some dinner ready. Heavenly had ordered in, and she said, when the kids were small, she had a nanny, she had somebody to cook, somebody to clean. She was like, I wasn't about to put all that shit on me. Everything was taken care of. I had everybody doing everything but sleeping with Damon. And let me tell you something. If that's smart. I'm sorry. That's why I know that Heavenly be talking that shit about, gender roles and stuff like that. But she's not, Heavenly is not a homemaker. She's not a homemaker. However, if you have the means and the access to the resources, you don't have to do all that stuff and, get this. You know how Monique Samuels is? She looks at being tired as a badge of honor in being a mother. Like, ooh, I got my Girl Scout badge. I'm tired today, or I'm worn out. No, you have the means. You have the money. Get a nanny. Do all the things. Get somebody to cook. The only thing you got to do is give them some ass every now and again. Girl, why if you have the money are you acting like you don't? If I'm sure there are thousands of women who don't have the means, that if you gave them an opportunity to have a nanny and a cook and a fucking butler and shit, they take it. Okay, so don't be no fool. I'm with Heavenly. I'm not about to put all that shit on me. Damon shares his police brutality story, and his youngest son, or the junior, he looked like he got mad, and Heavenly was like, baby, that happened a long time ago. He was like, yeah, but no, like, that shit is crazy. You knocked down a sign, vandalism basically, but that doesn't warrant you getting a gun put to your head. And I agree, And she was like, and little things like that, how they can mess with you, that can affect your future. If something happened to Damon, that his whole path would have been different in terms of having a record, being a felon, not being able to go to medical school, not being able to get small business loans. This is what Heavenly is telling her sons. Like, something so small can affect your entire life. Something just running in. Even like that thing at the end where she was like, come on, the women have to clean up. Like, girl, but I'm sure she's letting her know, bitch, when you make sure you are successful and that your husband is successful, so that you don't have to do all of this shit. Just act like you doing it, girl. Make them feel good about themselves. I don't like to placate to a male ego. I don't, but that's what Heavenly does, and you can tell she's not really like that. Like, girl, just say whatever. That's my man and daddy and all this other stuff, but hire everybody to do everything, so it won't be all on me. I'm here for it. Jackie calls Heavenly to invite her to her house with Simone and Quad, and she says she wants to bring Anila because she feels like she's not getting the real person, because there's a barrier with Toya, so she wants to bring Anila. So they go, okay. So Contessa's at her medical office. She's with this person who, that whatever job that is, where you kind of come in and help a medical office get set up. like a management company, sounds like, where they do all the hiring. They make sure your offices are together. They make sure your computer systems, because doctors should not have to worry about all of that. Like she told Contessa, you should not be doing your billing at all. What are you doing your billing for, girl? No, you need to be focused on no. So she's getting all that together. Again, she mentions not having an attractive receptionist because she doesn't want to get into an entanglement, and she don't want Scott to get into an entanglement. So no retired supermodels as a receptionist. She says she's not getting help from Scott at all. He's all over the place. So you see there's a lot of disconnects. Like she's very focused. I think a lot of the times he wants to more so relax, and she's more like driven, and he's like all over the place, and he's okay with being all over the place, not all over the place to the detriment of the relationship. You know what I mean? That might not be his strength. So her strength is being more driven, but not to the point where it's like making you kind of lag and be stagnant. And like 10 years of stagnant energy in a relationship, girl, hang it up flat screen. Do you hear me? At Jackie's house, she talking about, look what I cook, look what I cook. She got the chef. All the food looked really nice. They were laughing because she just made chicken and some kind of broccoli salad because she loves chicken. Remember when Kieran on the other episode, he was like, we got your chicken over there. So Jackie loves chicken, I guess. Okay. What Quad said about, that's what you care about us, giving us chicken and broccoli. Okay, girl, why would you give us broccoli so it could get all in our teeth? Like, girl, think about the menu. She didn't think about that. And it's true. You know, some people, they don't think. And, you know, Quad was like, yes, I get a whole menu. You know, I'm a little bit more high end. Girl, high end than Jackie Walters. Okay. Jackie, she doesn't want to call the eggs deviled eggs. She wants to call them angel eggs. Stuff like that is so stupid to me. But okay, girl. This your house, child. On the way there, Heavenly is telling Anila about what happened with Quad and the emojis. And I do think that Quad overreacted to those emojis, and the way she responded was really mean. And it was just mean, like, it was just like, you took it that low, like, from some emojis, girl, what's really going on? You got some beef? Do we have some beef that I don't know about? Let me know, so I know how I need to move. You know what I'm saying? She said she really was hurt by that, and she hasn't talked to her since then. So then Simone, this is the first time Simone has been to her best friend's house. That's sad. That is so sad. I was like, that's sad. Simone was like, Anila, I wasn't expecting to see you here. And then she made that little snide comment, don't let Heavenly get in between your friendships. Y'all caught that, right? Okay. They give the tour. Jackie's house is nice. The remodel or renovation is nice. The closet is really nice. I really love the kitchen. I like her little like area where she gets ready. She needs that. I didn't really care for the area that was like, it was like white and had like this high back chair. And like Quad mentioned how the table was off to the side. I didn't like the decor. Like I liked the little area, but the decor wasn't my flavor or whatever. They sit down to eat, and Jackie starts talking about the relationship between her and Simone, how they were too stubborn to try to figure out and try to get past the hurdles in their relationship. And she was like, in Heavenly and Quad, they were thick as thieves, right? And I love Heavenly and Quad together. I really do. I know that Quad was on Heavenly's thing with Anila, so I can't wait to see how they carry, because I know they are. Because Quad is quick. She's quick. Heavenly is quick. I thought I saw Funky Daniva. Did I see Funky Daniva on there? Funky Daniva's quick too. You gotta have the crew. Everybody gotta be quick. You can't have nobody slow, delayed. You can't have nobody that you gotta explain shit to. Everybody gotta be quick. That's how it has to be. So she talked about misreading the emoji and how she just runs off and was like, I don't like your fucking tone. I was like, girl, what are you hollering about? What's going on? And then Quad was like, I'm a grown woman. She was like, are you sure? Are you sure? They was going back and forth. Are you finished? And you know, Quad is long-winded. And so they showed, other episodes where Quad was just talking and talking and talking and talking. Quad is a Taurus, right? Jackie she frames them like becoming friends because we're losing our black men and it's a pandemic. And I was like, girl, y'all don't have to throw that in there. Okay, we get it. That should not be the reason why people get along, because they killing our black men out here, girl. no, you should get along because you should respect each other, and that's it. God damn it. And she was like, girl, why would you say my ass was fake? And she was like, girl, it looks like, this looks good. It looks like it's fake. And she was like, I don't even know what we're arguing about. Like, what are y'all arguing about? So they said, Qua said, meet me halfway at the table. And they go and hug. And then Heavenly was feeling on her butt. And it was so cute. Like, it was cute when they made up. But all that hollering and screaming, she was calling her a hoe. It was just too much. I was like, girl, it's a mess. Anyways, y'all, that was the end of the episode. It was boring to me, but hopefully, it kind of made it what it was. Give it a little more. Anyways, take care of each other. Protect your energy. And I'll be right back with Couples Retreat. All right, peace.